Hey artists, it's Miss W. Today you're working on finishing up your impressionist style paintings where you were painting a painting of a moment in time that left a lasting impression on you, or a place maybe that you've been, or a place that you would like to go. So while you're finishing this up, you're going to be creating something called an artist statement. And an artist statement is a way that an artist can further explain and express themselves through words and kind of talk about what they created. So this is just like you telling about your painting, why you did what you did in the painting, how you created it, and what it means to you. So you will have a sheet and a seesaw activity with a bunch of prompts that are going to help you write your artist statement. And you don't have to worry about spelling or anything like that. I would love for you guys to do voice to text and when you're actually putting this all together. And then I would like to print them out and have them next to your artworks and along with your artworks. So the first question is, describe your artwork in detail. So this is just stating what people will see in the artwork. So if I were doing my painting that I created of Rory, I would say this is a painting of my son, Rory. So if it's a person, you might want to say what the relation of the person is to you. This is a painting of my son, Rory, and talk about what that moment in time was. On his first day of preschool, running through the yard, being really excited. You can see the movement in the painting by the way that the lines are moving and showing that he's running. It was you could even kind of just talk about like the time of day it was and where you were. So if I were to talk about maybe my my painting that was at Harry Potter World, I would say this is a painting of my son Rory and I on a trip to Florida where we got to go to Harry Potter World, and we are in front of the Gringotts Bank. And you could even talk about why that's important to you. I could say something about how we together love to watch Harry Potter and read the books. So you're describing in detail. I could talk about where we are and all the things that are in the painting too. Okay, so that's the first question. Then it says, describe the moment in time and why it made a lasting impression on you. So I was starting to already describe the moments in time, but now why is that time important? So if I was talking about the painting of Rory on the first day of preschool, I would talk about how this is important to me because this painting shows Rory's personality on his first day of preschool. He was so excited. He was a child who always ran around and was having fun. And it also just kind of reminds me of how much he loves to be in school and loves to learn. So we could talk about what that moment means to you. Okay, so that's the second question, because if we can tell people the real meaning of the painting, it kind of comes to life for them and it becomes even more special and they understand you as an artist. Okay, third question is to talk about the process. So this is where you just say first, second, third, what exactly you did. So first I sketched out what the big things that were in the artwork. Then I filled the artwork with my first coat of color, moving really quickly and mixing lots of colors together. So that's kind of the process I taught you guys. If there were other things added in, you could talk about that. You could also talk about looking up images, or maybe you brought in an image. So I would talk about that too. And then just the details that you added, maybe the different kinds of brushes or colors or different choices you made when you're actually making the painting. Okay. And then I also want you to describe a challenge you had while creating this and how you overcame it. So maybe you ran into some color mixing problems, or maybe there was a really difficult part that you didn't want to draw the details. So what did you do instead? Or you wanted to leave something out in the background. How did you decide what to do differently than the image that you brought in? So describe a challenge. And then finally, describe how this artwork makes you feel and why. So maybe now that it's finished, you feel proud of the artwork. Maybe now that it's finished, you feel excited to share it with other people. Maybe it kind of makes you feel nostalgic or like you're reliving that memory. So just describe how it makes you feel and why, and just try to bring in as many details and as much meaning as you can, because I know that these paintings mean a lot to you. And this artist statement is a great way to share that meaning with other people. So you're gonna brainstorm on your sheet, and then once you put that all together, you can put that on your seesaw activity. If you had an image, I would like you to put that there because I could print that out and have that next to your final painting as well. You may do voice to text when you do seesaw, when you're typing out the final thing, so that it can go pretty quickly. And I cannot wait to read them and hear more about the meaning behind your artwork. Good luck.